So, I got the box, and inside of the box was another box. Looks like this. Look at that. There you go. Can-Am Champion 1972. Porsche Audi. Mark Donohue came in second in the number 6. George Fulmer came in first in the number 7. Oh, hell yeah. When I was a kid, and I had my HO slot cars, my AFX slot cars, one of the cars that I had was a 440X2 or something like that, and it was one of these. And the thing about it is that it was so durable and sturdy that my brother and I, when we used to race each other, we would try to find the strongest, hardest cars, because you knew that by the end of Saturday we would be smashing our cars at each other. So we had to you had to buy the strongest car. So I was always on the lookout for something totally strong. But these are nice. This is nice. Oh my goodness. That's some very nice detail. This really is. The only difference that I can tell in the cars is that you've got black side view mirrors, and this one has red side view mirrors. Other than that, they're pretty much identical in every respect except for the number on the side and the name on the side. But even the side paint, boy, that must have really confused the pits. I think this was before they started doing things like delineating cars so that way there wasn't any confusion, you know, which car was going to be coming in. I mean, these were really racing Laguna Seca. Yeah, man. If you have two cars that you got to juggle in a pit scenario, you want to make sure you know which one of them is pulling up. The only way you can tell is by these teeny tiny little side view mirrors and the little number patch on the front. Is that a 6 or a 7? Alrighty, so I thought I would go over how I set up an NSR car right out of the box. Just going to go ahead and do it. Start with the magnet. I go grab the pod when you do this. That way you don't break anything. There we go. It's stuck to the motor. I take it out. There it is. Getting ready to go on the shelf. Put it with the other magnet. Those guys can bugger off. So there we are. When you put this chassis up against other brand chassis, I mean, look at how thin that is. And you put that up against other brand chassis, then you know why this thing is so fast. So let's see, where are we going to go? We're going to go ahead and start with the oil. You put the oil down. How are you doing that? Yeah, we're going to put the oil down just a drop on either side. Very easy. So I put a drop inside of these bearings. You just get a little bit of a cup, which is nice, so they'll hold the oil. And just kind of give it a roll around. Look at these big, beautiful tires. They're going to be fun. I will eventually be sanding these down. They're not going to need much. There's just a little bit of tread on them, so they should be good. By the way, these are Super Grip tires from NSR. They all come standard. Super Grips. I just ordered Ultra Grips for all my cars. Now those are going to be even better, apparently. So I think that's going to kind of give the rest of the cars a run for their money. We'll just have to see what happens. I'll put them on incrementally. I'll start out with a set and see what happens. All right, so the tires or the wheels are done. I take now the fat. This is the grease, and this is the other stuff. I use that right here on the crown and the pinion gear. Excuse me, pinion and crown gear. And I just put this down right there on the little gear, and I start feeding it into the big one. And I just do this until, with just a little bit, until I'm satisfied that the little gear has enough on it. Once it does, I stop. And then you just roll it, and it rolls through the big gear. See that? And then as it rolls through the big gear, it'll kind of spread itself out and then lubricate both gears, and it'll do a nice job. Okay, and then once that's done, kind of go through the big gear and look for any clumps, and you can just take the clumps right out. And then just take that off. Just go in there and just take it right out. Okay, there it is. Okay, it all checks out. I'll do the balance of both the body and the pod at the same time once I put the body screws back on. So one. That should give me a little bit of float in the back. Yeah, good. That might be a little low. I had a problem with one of the 917s where once it sat down, it scraped, and I might have to watch that. Okay, let's go with that. Okay. Oh yeah, and I didn't do this on the other car, but I think I should do this on this one. It's basically flaring out these brushes a little bit. I just do it with the screwdriver. Just push it a little bit with the screwdriver, and it'll bloom. I don't know if you can see that or not. And just push down out the way, push down and out like this, and it kind of unthreads it a little bit and get it started. Okay, and they're still flat on the chassis. You can see down the side there how flat they are on the chassis. So what I like to do is kind of get in here with the tweezer and just kind of give it a little bump. Okay, so they kind of stick out a little bit like that, see? Do the same here, just give it a little bump. There we go. Good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run both of them because that's the way I am. They'll race, of course, as a race team. They'll be the Penske Racing L&M race team. So right away they have the advantage of being twinsies. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's great. I saw this pack and I was like, oh, I have to have this. And there was another pack that I saw, and I really wanted that one too. It's a couple of 908s, Targa Florio 908s, and I really wanted that one really bad. And then that one got sold, and then when that got sold, I was like, I gotta pick up these other ones or before they get sold, and then I'm just gonna cry. So I picked these up because I wanted these two. The box will go up on the shelf. The cars will go in the collection and take their honorable place along with the rest of the crew, where they will be expected to race as hard as they can. I don't care if this is a collectible. I don't care if these cars are rare. This is, I guess it's one of 500, this box. Something like that. It's here for racing. That's what it's for, okay? You can go ahead if you want to buy it and you want to put it up on your shelf. That's cool, man. But I'm going to figure out and find out just how good these cars are and how much fun they are to drive, and I'll let you know.